Good morning, all of you. Today topic is multinational corporations. First, we see what is multinational corporations. It is a company that owns or controls more than one nation. Means those companies who invest in MNCs or those people who are working in multinational corporations, they have link between so many companies. Maybe that company will be in foreign countries. Indian companies have contact with the numerous nations companies. So there were so many offices and factories for production in regions where they get cheap labor and other resources. So basically, they have contact with so many companies, and when two or three companies combined with each other and start the business, this company we have to give the name multinational corporations. Basically, MNCs go for such multinational locations so as to avail low cost of production, thus earning greater profits. In these companies, basically, we have to invest some amount, but we can generate maximum profits with the help of this company. A multinational corporation is also referred to as an international transactional global corporation. Name of this term is international company transactional or global. Means we have to deal globally all over the world. And for enlarging the business form, multinational is a beginning step and it helps you become transnational, thus leading you to global. Means once you start a business in this term, in this company, definitely you gain your knowledge. You know how to deal with another country, nations. In the if you want to work in this company, then you are more knowledgeable, more experienced, and you may also know the numerous languages. If you deal with foreign countries, as you know, you have to speak according to their languages. Means you know you have knowledge about the different languages from which nation you have to deal with it. There are some features of multinational companies. First is location. MNCs companies have numerous headquarters in home country as well as wherever they operate. For example, your main company is India, but the main headquarters is in USA or America. Means there are some headquarters in as well as in other in foreign country also. It means in that case you have to invest less amount. Second, capital assets. The major portion of the capital assets of the parent company is owned by the citizens of company's home country. Basically, first we need to invest the money, and those people who are working in these companies, they have invest money and start a business. Next point, board of directors. Majority of the members of the board of directors are citizens of the home country. Basically, home country people are the board of directors of the MNC companies. MNCs are large size corporations and it has a great degree of economic dominance. It is very big company and it is a great degree of economic dominance. We all are quite aware of the bottom line of any business. Every business has ultimate goal of making profit. If your business is small, if your business is large or medium, every firm has main motive is to generate a profit. Business always seek to sell more products and services so as to bring in more revenue and generate profits for their owners. Firstly, how can we generate profit? We have to sell the product to consumer. We provide quality services to the client. If our customers are satisfied, definitely we can generate more profits from a particular business. There are some advantages of MNCs. First point is we have to assess to consumers. Consumers are the most primary and important element of the every type of organization. So these are the biggest advantages of MNCs. They enjoy over companies with operations limited to smaller regions. Means they have sub office in different regions. They directly deal with the supplier, and in this way they expand their business and generate the profit. Increasing accessibility to wider geographical regions allow the MNCs to have a larger pool of potential customers and help them in expanding, growing at faster pace as compared to the others. First, now I will explain you how the MNC company establish or expand their business. First, they have set their offices in different regions. After that, they directly target to the potential customers, those customers who who immediately buy a product, who are knowledgeable, who have some skills, who know about the actually advantages and disadvantages of a particular product. They find potential customers, and those potential customers will help the company to expand the business, and in this way your business will be growing very fast as compared to the other business. Second, how to assess labor. MNC's enjoys access to cheap labor, which is great advantage over the other companies. Means every company want to find a cheap labor. Means we have to pay less amount to the less wages to the labor. A firm having operations separate across different geographical areas can have its production unit set up in countries with cheap labor. Some of the countries where cheap labor is available, China and Pakistan. Basically, there are main three countries in which we can easily find cheap labor: China, India, and Pakistan. If we talk about another country like Canada, USA, and England, in these countries it is very difficult to find the cheap labor. Next point, taxes and other costs. Taxes are one of the areas where every MNCs can take advantage. Many countries offer reduced taxes on export or imports in order to increase their foreign exposure and international trade. When we do international trading, so there are some government which which give me permission to be some companies which are exempt from the taxes. So there are some rules and regulations made by the government. So with the help of government policies, we can take advantages in the terms of taxes. Also, countries impose lower excise and customs duty, which results in high profit margin for MNCs. Because in the MNC companies, most of the companies pay lower and custom duty to the government. So, which automatically generate a high profit in for the MNCs. Thus, taxes are one of the area of making money, but it again depends upon the country of operation. Basically, it depends upon the how company operate, how they do services, what kind of product produced to the client, and in how many nations your business will be established. So these all things are matter for the government. If your business is very big, then the government give the then in the government will give you exemption from the tax policy. Maybe your tax will be reduced. Next point is advantage overall development. The investment level, employment level, income level of the country increases due to the operation of MNCs. While we are doing tasks in this company, and our three level will be automatic developer. Level of industrial economic development, it is due to growth of MNC. When our MNC will be growing, definitely your industrial sector or your economic will be automatically growing. Second, next point is technology. The industry gets latest technology from foreign countries through MNCs, which help them. improve on the technological parameter. As you know, in the current times, the foreign countries are very much developed as compared to the India country. I will take the example of Australia, USA, Canada. These countries are automatically developed. And while we are connecting with these companies, when we have tied up with these companies, start a business, we have to adapt the foreign countries' technology, which help them to improve on their technological parameter. Means we have to adapt these technology in our country, and our country is also developing day by day in this way. Next point is research and development. MNCs help in improving the research and development for the economy. Basically, when we have combined with the business with the foreign countries, and in this way, we can also get a chance to research and develop develop some things which may be help in our business and which may be also helpful for the economy. Next, export and import. MNC operations also help in improving the balance of payment. This can be achieved by the increase in exports and decrease in imports. Means definitely when we have sell our product in foreign country, definitely we can generate profit. If we purchase product from foreign countries, then in that case we have decrease. Maybe we can gain less profit. So we have to manage the payment in the case of export or import. MNCs help in breaking protection and also help in curbing local monopolies if it all exists in the country. Basically, MNC also help will give a full protection to the clients as well as to the country, and it also helps in means in these type of business the monopolies will be reduced because whatever the general price you have to charge price according to the country. You can change price according to according to yourself, because what is the general price of the product you have to charge that price to their clients. There are some disadvantages of MNCs. Laws. First point is laws. Laws means rules and regulations. One of the major disadvantages is strict and stringent laws applicable in the country. Means every country have some strict laws which is need to applicable by each and every country of the employee. MNCs are subject to more laws and regulations than other companies. It is seen that certain countries do not allow company to run its operations as it has been doing in other countries, because every company rules and regulations being different. Why you contract with another company, so it is very difficult for some country to follow to work accordingly. So in this way, sometimes your conflict will be arising within a country and results in problem in the organization. Means you have to face so many challenges in a particular organization. Second, intellectual property. Multinational companies also face issues pertaining to the intellectual property that is not always applicable in case of purely domestic firms. Means multinational company also face the issues relating to the intellectual property, because every country have some things which you can't which you can take the sell in other countries. So these kind of problems we have to face. Next point is political risk. As operations of MNCs is widespread across national boundaries of several countries, they may result in threat to the economic and political sovereignty of those countries. Means when you have deal with another country, so maybe there is a huge political risk to our economy, because maybe our secret. Sometimes we do normal discussion about our country, what is our both, because you can talk with India, Canada. Indians and Canadian people combine business. Sometimes while we are doing business, we just do common discussion. So in the common discussion, sometimes we share our secrets. So in which way we take the benefit of another country. So in that case, so there are some political interest why we are doing business in international company. The next is loss to local business. MNC's products sometimes lead to the killing of their domestic company operations. So the MNCs establish their monopoly in the country where they operate, thus killing the local business which exists in the country. Because if everyone adapt the multinational company product, it means the popularity of the local business will be declined. If only MNC company operate business in our home country, so it means in that case there's a major harm to the local shopkeepers, local companies, those who are working in your country. So maybe there's a huge negative impact on on the local company of the MNC's products. Loss of natural resources. MNCs use natural resources of the home country in order to make huge profit, which results in the depletion of the resources, thus causing the loss of natural resources for the economy. Means whenever MNCs companies start a business, they basically use our natural resources. So the main motive is to generate huge profit, which which the result of this is our natural resources will be depletion day by day, and it has negative impact on the economy as well as on the environment. Next point is money flows. As MNCs operate in different countries, a large sum of money flows to foreign countries as payment towards profit, which results in less efficiency for the host country where the MNCs operations are based. If we invest in investment in foreign countries, definitely we need a huge amount. So sometimes we do not get the general profit from whatever the individual person invests. So in this case, we may be face huge loss while we investment in the international company. Next point, transfer of capital take place from the home country to the foreign ground, which is unfavorable for the economy. Means when we transfer the money from one country to another country, and it is not good for our economy. The next is applicability of the business. And basically, MNCs are suitable for only a set of business categories. So, following there are some of suitable cases where the MNC's mode of operation could succeed. Basically, there are some companies or some point in which the multinational corporations generate huge profit or may be growing day by day. First, business where the government itself wants to avail foreign technology and foreign capital. In some business, your government should be involved, and sometimes government asks you how to do contact with government, give you numerous opportunity. If you contact with the foreign countries, if you investment in foreign country, definitely you can generate profit. Second, where foreign management is needed. While we have to combine business with international companies, so definitely we need those persons who are expert and who have full knowledge of different cultures, different traditions, different customs. Those expert person also know about the different languages, so they can easily communicate with the international people and start a business. Next one, where an increase in employment opportunities and in the country can be seen as national interest. So while we combine with another in another country, so in this way we will get the job opportunities more for the in our national country, where it is not desirable and to diversify activities into untapped areas which include core industries and infrastructures. In this way, we have also to expand the activities on those areas which we need to develop more. Last, in mostly MNCs companies ready to deal with pharmaceutical sector because in these sectors they can generate more profit and they can easily transfer product from one country to another country. Next, they are following are the world top 10 MNCs: Microsoft, Nokia, Toyota, Intel, Coca-Cola, Sony, IBM, General Electric, Nike, and Citigroup. These are the some companies which are uh, already in MNCs. So the today topic is complete.